Okay, so let's check now, Masato. So we are at stage 4, paragraph page 278. Okay, and the last head word was two, new word type of lesson. Okay, let's start with revision. Ready? Okay. Guess what size shoes I wear? Guess what size shoes I wear? I think you wear size 9 shoes. Are cats the same size as lions? Are cats the same size as lions? No, cats aren't the same size as lions. They're smaller than lions. Are my clothes the right size for you? Are my clothes the right size for you? No, your clothes aren't the right size for me. They're too big. Very good. Okay, next. What's a millionaire? What's a millionaire? A millionaire is a person who has lots of money, £1 million or more, or more. Very good. Do you think do you think I'm a millionaire? Do you think I'm a millionaire? No, I don't think you're a millionaire. You're a millionaire. Very good. Okay, next. Is the dog better at climbing than cat? Is a dog better in climbing than cat? No, a dog isn't better at climbing than cat. It's worse at climbing than cats. Are sharks better at swimming than people? Are sharks better at swimming than people? No, sharks aren't better at climbing than people. They're worse at climbing than people. Are sharks better at swimming than people? Are sharks better at swimming than people? Yes, sharks are better at swimming than people. Do you think Mac's clothes are better than Sophie's clothes? Do you think Mac's clothes are better than Sophie's clothes? No, I don't think. Mac's clothes are better than Sophie's clothes. I think they're worse than Sophie's clothes. Do you speak English better than Japanese? Do you speak English better than Japanese? No, I don't speak English better than Japanese. I speak it worse than Japanese. Of these three animals, which is the best at climbing? Of these three animals, which is better at climbing? Of those three animals, the monkey is the best at climbing. And which is the worst? Which is the worst? The dog is the worst. Which is the best day of the week for you? Which is the best day of the week for you? Monday is the best day of the week for me. Why? Because I get to go to school. I get to go to school. Very good. What's your best subject at school? What's your best subject at school? Mathematics is my best subject at school. What's your worst subject at school? What's your worst subject at school? I have no worst subject at school. Is it noisy in the countryside? Is it noisy in the countryside? No, it isn't noisy in the countryside. It's quiet. Is a motorbike engine quiet? Is a motorbike engine quiet? No, a motorbike engine isn't quiet. It's noisy. Do you think children are noisier than adults? Do you think children are noisier than adults? Yes, I think children are noisier than adults. Who's the quietest person in your family? Who's the quietest person in your family? I'm the quietest person in my family. Do people feel sad when they win a race? Do people feel sad when they win a race? No. People don't feel sad when they win a race. They feel happy. Is it safe to race bicycle in the street? Is it safe to race bicycles in the street? No, it isn't safe to race bicycles in the street. It's dangerous. Who looks after people when they're in hospital? Who looks after people when they're in hospital? Doctors and nurses look after people when they're in hospital. When can sick people in hospital go home again? When can sick people in hospital go home again? Sick people in hospital can go home again when the doctors and nurses think they're better. Name six sports we must have a ball for. Name six sports we must have a ball for. Six sports we must have a ball for are rugby, golf, football, tennis, basketball, and table tennis. Can we play golf inside? Can we play golf inside? No, we can't play golf inside. We play it outside. Are rugby players generally small and weak? Are rugby players generally small and weak? No. Rugby players aren't generally small and weak. They're generally big and strong. Is every teacher in your school an adult? Is every teacher in your school an adult? Yes, every teacher in my school is an adult. Do you get up at the same time every morning? Do you get up at the same time every morning? No, I don't get up at the same time every morning. At the same time every morning. At the same time every morning. Very good. Is every program on TV funny? Is every program on TV funny? No, not every program on TV are funny. Some are funny and some are not. Will the sun shine every week? Will the sun shine every week? No, the sun won't shine every day next year. Do we say every pupil is clever or every pupils are clever? Do we say every pupil is clever or every pupil are clever? We say every pupil is clever. Why? Why? Because the word every is singular. Okay, next, what's an island? What's an island? An island is a piece of land with water all around it. Which do you think is the worst place to live in? An island in the middle of the sea or on the top of a mountain? Which do you think is worse to live? An island in the middle of the sea or on top of the mountain? I think it's worse to live in an island in the middle of the sea. Why? Because you're gonna be alone. Achoo! What am I doing? What am I doing? You're sneezing. When do people sneeze? When do people sneeze a lot? People sneeze a lot when they catch a cold. When people catch a cold, do they feel well? When people catch a cold, do they feel well? No. When people catch a cold, they don't feel well. They feel ill. What do we carry in our pocket when we have a cold? What do we carry in our pocket when we have a cold? We carry tissue or a handkerchief in our pockets when we have a cold. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're coughing. Must we always cover our mouths when we cough or sneeze? Must we always cover our mouths when we cough or sneeze? Yes, we must always cover our mouths when we cough or sneeze. What's another word for also? What's another word for also? Another word for also is to. Make a sentence with the word to. Make a sentence with the word to, please. My sister's good at science, and she's good at art too. Okay, now I'll say something and you say me too, and I don't. I love music. I love music. Me too. I can't touch the top of the door. I can't touch the top of the door. I can. I've got a pet rabbit. I've got a pet rabbit. I don't. I can sing very well. I can sing very well. Me too. I'm wearing a green shirt. I'm wearing a green shirt. I don't. I wash my hair. I'll wash my hair tomorrow. I'll wash my hair tomorrow. Me too. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. So that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word. Okay, so let's have new word. Okay, so let's have the first word. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about preposition plus ing. Okay, repeat. Good at running. Good at running. Instead of going. Okay, so let's practice. Listen. Prepositions are words like at, of, with, and by after a preposition. If we want to say an action, we use an ing word like doing, running, etc. We cannot say he's good at run. We must say he's good at running. We cannot say instead of go. We must say instead of going. Let's practice. Is it right to say ducks are good at swim? Is it right to say ducks are good at swim? No, it isn't right to say ducks are good at swim. What must we say instead? What must we say instead? We must say ducks are good at swimming. How do we start a car engine? How do we start a car engine? We start a car engine by turning the key. Finish this sentence, please. We use shampoo for. Finish this sentence, please. We use shampoo for. We use shampoo for washing our hair. Which is the best shop in your town for buying toys? Which is the best shop in your town for buying toys? Toys R Us is the best shop in my town for buying toys. Okay, next repeat. Lake. Lake. Very good. Okay, listen. So this is a lake. Swimming in the lake is safer than swimming in the sea. Okay, let's practice. Which is safer, swimming in the sea or swimming in the lake? Which is safer, swimming in the sea or swimming in the lake? Swimming in a lake is safer than swimming in the sea. Why? Why? Because the waves on a lake aren't as high as the waves in the sea. How can we go from one side of a lake to the other without crossing the water? How can we go from one side of the lake to the other without crossing the water? we can go from one side of a lake to the other without crossing the water by walking round it. Tell me about the lake in this picture. Tell me about the lake in this picture, please. In that picture, some people are swimming in the lake. Some people are fishing on the lake. And some people are sailing boats on the lake. Very good. Okay, next repeat. Bring, take. Very good. Okay, listen. The difference between bring and take is that bring means carry here, and take means when you go home after the lesson, you take your book with you. Okay, let's practice. What's the difference between bring and take? What's the difference between bring and take? The difference between bring and take is that bring means carry here and take means carry there. Okay, bring your book to me. Bring your book to me, please. What are you doing? I'm bringing my book to you. Take your book to him. Take your book to him, please. What are you doing? I'm taking my book to him. Give me a sentence with the word bring in it. Give me a sentence with the word bring in it, please. My mom brings me here for my lesson. Give me a sentence with the word take in it. Give me a sentence with the word take in it, please. I take my bag home after the lesson. Very good. Okay, next. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're taking your book into the corridor. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're bringing your book into the classroom. What do you bring with you when you come to school? What do you bring with you when you come to school? I bring my bag with me when I come to school. Do you take that picture home with you after the lesson? Do you take that picture home with you after the lesson? No, I don't take that picture home with me after the lesson. Why not? Why not? Because it isn't mine. The most people take cameras with them when they go on holiday. The most people take cameras with them when they go on holiday. Yes, most people take cameras with them when they go on holiday. Very good. Next, repeat. Beside. Beside. Okay. Beside is another word for next to. I can say I'm standing next to the table or I'm standing beside the table. Let's practice. Am I standing beside you? Am I standing beside you? No, you aren't standing beside me. You're standing. You're sitting in front of me. Who's sitting beside you on your left? Who's sitting beside you on your left? Nobody's sitting beside me on my left. Is your town beside the sea? Is your town beside the sea? No, my town isn't beside the sea. Very good. So put both your hands on the table, one beside the other. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm putting both my hands on the table, one beside the other. Very good. Okay, next repeat. Very many. Very much. Okay, listen. There are very many mice in a big city. There's very much water in a lake. Let's practice. Are there very many mice in a big city? Are there very many mice in a big city? Yes, there's very many mice in a big city. Is there very much water in a lake? Is there very much water in a lake? Yes, there's very much water in a lake. Tell me something you enjoy doing very much. Tell me something you enjoy doing very much. I enjoy playing very much. Okay, next repeat. Anyone, someone, no one. Okay, very good. Okay, listen. Instead of the words anybody, somebody, and nobody, we can use the words anyone, someone, and no one. Let's practice. What words can we use instead of anybody, somebody, and nobody? What words can we use instead of anybody, somebody, and nobody? Instead of anybody, somebody, and nobody, we can use someone, anyone, and no one. Does anyone in your family speak English better than you? Does anyone in your family speak English better than you? Yes, someone in my family speaks English better than me. Who? Who? My mom and my dad. Who's eating sweets in this room? Who's eating sweets in this room? No one's eating sweets in this room. Okay, very good. So now let's move on to reading. Okay, our reading is at stage 2, page 134. Okay, and the last head word was smell. Okay, so let's start from where we ended. Okay, here we go. Hold up. When you want to ask a question in the lesson, what do you do? When I want to ask a question in the lesson, I hold up my hand. How many fingers do you think I'm holding up? I think you're holding up 5 fingers. New, old. Are your shoes new? No, my shoes aren't new. They're old. Do you think my shirt is new or old? I think your shirt is old. What color is a very old banana? What color is a very old banana? A very old banana is black. Okay, next, young, old. What's the difference between new and young? What's the difference between new and young? The difference between new and young is that we use new for things, but we use young for people and animals. Are you an old man? Are you an old man? No, I'm not an old man. I'm a young boy. Is Kate Best an old woman? Is Kate Best an old woman? No, Kate Best isn't an old woman. She's a young girl. Is the best family's cat old? No, the best family's cat isn't old. It's young. Is Kate Best an old woman? Is Kate Best an old woman? No, Kate Best isn't an old woman. She's a young girl. Very good. Okay, next. Shower, toilet, basin. Okay, name 4 things we see in a bathroom. Name 4 things we see in a bathroom, please. 4 things we see in a bathroom are a bath, a shower, a toilet, and a basin. Do we sit down in a shower? Do we sit down in a shower? No, we don't sit down in a shower. We stand up. After using the toilet, where do we wash our hands? After we wash the toilet, we wash our hands in the basin. Very good. Next, many, few. Why is this monkey happy? That monkey's happy because it's got many bananas. And why is this monkey sad? That monkey is sad because it's got few bananas. Oh, it's got few bananas. Very good. Are there few fish in the sea? Are there few fish in the sea? No, there aren't few fish in the sea. There are many fish in the sea. Very good. Okay,
Very good.
so
See you.